Hello, my name is Jim. I want to welcome you to Hanson's Phil-Am Life. Today we're going to discuss why we wanted to move to the Philippines. Everybody has their own reasons for moving anywhere they want. If it's overseas or if it's within their home country or just down the street. You always have reasons. Our reasons were, and these are some of the things. My wife and son, they're both Filipinos. They're from the Manila vicinity, Las Piñas. And they wanted to go back to the Philippines. They're homesick. They want to see their friends and family. They also want to attend a university, and they've decided they want to do it in the Philippines. Why in the Philippines? Well, schooling is less expensive, so is living expenses, generally speaking. Well, I was looking for a change of lifestyle, having the adventure of living in a foreign country sometime in my life. I like to travel, so if we lived in the Philippines, it would be easier to travel to Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, Australia, Japan. So ease of travel was another reason why we wanted to move to the Philippines. Excuse me. Now, where in the Philippines do we want to relocate to? Obvious question. Well, we needed somewhere that had good universities and the quality of life was good. And by quality of life, I mean there's places to go out and eat, there's entertainment, things to do and see. So we analyzed several areas of the Philippines, and a lot of the Philippines meets those requirements. The big cities are mainly Manila and Cebu City. So we narrowed it down after looking at different universities and people's recommendations about places to live, family. Other expats watched many hours of other people's YouTube channels. So we narrowed it down to two cities. Cebu City, which falls into that too big to live in, but they have some really good universities there. My wife wants to be a nurse. They have really good nursing schools. My son wants to be an artist. In these two cities, they had universities that met both requirements: good nursing school and good university in general. We narrowed it down and decided on Dumaguete City because it was a smaller town. A lot of expats that we watched maybe had lived in Cebu or other places, and they migrated to Dumaguete City because it was a nice city, not too much traffic, a lot of universities. There's things to do and see around here. So we decided on Dumaguete City. Well, for us, the positives for living in the Philippines are the lower of cost of living. Healthcare is much less. University costs are much less than the U.S. You go to the market, much less. Eating out, from what I've seen, it's cheaper, but depending on where you go, may or may not be cheap. Hotels, resorts, they can be expensive. One of the languages that's spoken is English. It's a second language of the Philippines. It's an official language of the Philippines. So we figure all the government agencies and universities, they teach in English. The government offices, they should be speaking English or Tagalog. My wife is a Tagalog, but her mother grew up in the Visayas region, and My wife has some knowledge of the sign language, so Dumaguete City, Cebu City, she should be able to communicate there. Her son, Tagalog or English. And you'd say, huh, that's a long ways away from the U.S. where you came from. You would be right. It would be hard to see family and friends. The other thing that is a negative for us is it would be harder to manage really anything that's in the U.S. if we needed to have paperwork signed. Voting, we have to figure out how to vote. Banking, you can manage it to where you'll have access to your money. Now, when do we plan on moving? Our original plan was that we would move in December of 2020. That would give us time to get rid of everything that we're going to get rid of. We have a couple cars, we have furniture. We kind of got anxious and we were ready to move. So we moved up the move date to December of 2019. That would still give us time to get some things done. We figured we could get it all done and get rid of everything. My wife's a good salesperson, not me so much. Anyway, we set December of 2019. That way we could spend Christmas in the U.S. and we could get to the Philippines, maybe stop off in Manila and spend Christmas, New Year's with her family. Well, then reality set in. We changed it to September 2019. Partially that was ready for the retirement life. We did want to stay for my mom's 92nd birthday, which was in September. But then we had that desire for the new life, so we decided that we would move in September of 2019. Okay, now we got to rush and get ready. We'll take care of it, and I'll show you how. Or I hope. So that's it for today. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you can like it, like the video. That would be great. Shows me that maybe I'm on the right track. Make a comment. You want different topics discussed, please let me know. And also, please share. Thank you very much. We'll see you on the next video.